right now we're going to be joined by the head coach of the Oilers, Charlie Ernst. And Charlie, I still haven't caught my breath yet. How about that? You had a great view for that shot, and boy, you knew as soon as it left his hands, it was going in. But first, congratulations, 22-5, outstanding year, and what a way to win this ball game.
Sometimes the game is such that when you got really good players, you just have to sometimes relinquish some control and let your players make plays. And we were debating whether we should take a timeout. We still had one left, and I actually kind of said it but didn't say it very loud because I was a little unsure. I wanted to see if Teese broke that initial pressure, and he split those guys coming down the middle and then got to this wing right in front of me. And it was one of those Tyler Evans-type moments from deep, but I had a perfect you probably had a great view as well. Yep. And, nothing but net at the buzzer. What an unbelievable win for our guys going into the tournament. It was gut check time there. I thought Walsh played very well. Both teams did. You wouldn't think this was two teams playing, and in Walsh's case, with nothing to really gain tonight other than pride. And, man, they're a load. I'm glad I'm done guarding those two players because they're awfully good, and I think they proved it tonight.
Well, and to give a lot of credit to Walsh, and I said that because Zach Carter and Trey Fletcher played their hearts out and almost willed them to a victory. But let's talk about – you talked a little bit about that. And, Martise, I'm sure Martise doesn't know, and I'm sure you don't know, that shot he made was his 1,000th point. And you talk about his family will never forget it. He'll never forget it. Now you'll never forget it. And I said on the broadcast, hit it from Mark Bishop territory. It was a long-range bomb, and as soon as it went off his hands, he knew it was in. And, big congratulations to Martise. 1,000 points in just 2 years.
And he didn't have a great shooting day, really. But you know what? We got down, 11 maybe there in the second half with about 8 or 9 minutes to play. But our guys just didn't. But I think what we did there was we got the ball to the rim. That was a big step for this team, and I think it shows our team something that, we didn't catch up by just dropping 3 after 3 after 3. We caught up because Ty made some buckets around the rim. Martise had a drive and a score in there. Taryn did. We had different guys score going to the basket, and we just kind of grinded our way. Elijah made 2 big free throws there to get it to a 3-point margin. And that was going to be a tough possession there. I debated whether I should take a timeout there to try to organize to get a foul. But, sometimes when you do that, you organize them, and I wanted a timeout in case they scored. Well, as it turned out, I didn't use it anyhow. But, there's so much strategy there. But I go back to the first thing I said here tonight. Sometimes you just you got to relinquish some control and let your best players make plays. That's what happened here.
Well, it was really a gutsy effort on the road because you guys found yourself down with 3, I think it's 3.5 to play. You go on an 8-0 run to force the overtime. And there were numerous times where you think about just how far this team has come. And, I'm sure as a coach you sit back and reflect, but you think about this team in November and December, what would have happened in the event situation. In January started to turn the corner. February's been a real good month.
Well, it sure has. How many games? I think this is our 7th or 8th game this year that has come down to the last minute, and I think we've won all but one of them. And that includes wins at Ferris State. That includes a win at Michigan Tech. That includes that thriller at Ohio Dominican. That includes tonight. That includes a home win against, Lake Erie. We've just found ways to win these close games, but that's what good teams do, And I think the other thing I want to point out is, Tyler Stern was sick on Tuesday, practiced yesterday, but didn't look very healthy. Tonight we were prepared to play Matt Ashley some and Aaron Overheiser some because we weren't sure how much we were going to get out of Ty. We didn't talk about it. We weren't going to make excuses about guys being sick. And then here in the second half, the trainer comes over and says, Taryn's got an upset stomach. So if he motions to you, we're going to get a trash can over to him. So this was the guts you're talking about was with some guys that were feeling a little under the weather today. But hey, we found a way. I can't tell you how proud I am of this team.
And a complete team win because you needed Tyler, and Tyler had a couple big buckets down in the paint. Got vulnerable in foul trouble. Elijah Colick hit a back-to-back big threes, and then I thought you guys started to do a better job of going to the glass because the way the game was called was very physical underneath. It was almost anything goes, and I thought really in the second half, especially Taryn, he started really going hard to the glass. I had no idea he had 13 rebounds, but that's what he ended up with.
It was funny in the first media timeout. You know, he comes over and he says, you know, some other guys need to get a rebound. And I said to him, I said, what do you mean? I said, what's wrong with getting 25 of them tonight? And he kind of looked at me and with a smile on his face. And, well, he got halfway there tonight. But, you know, the other guy I need to make a comment about, you know, obviously for good reason we talk about Martise and Taryn and Tyler and the normal suspects, Elijah. But I thought Trey Smith was huge tonight. You know, Ricardo was in foul trouble the whole game. But Trey, it wasn't just that Trey defended Zach Carter. It's that he got in their head a little bit. He had to guard him there at the end of regulation on an island all by himself. I mean, you know, that's not a lot of fun because that's an awfully good player he's out there guarding. But I'll tell you, I'm awfully glad that Trey Fletcher is wearing orange and black and decided to walk on here at Findlay a year ago because he's been a very key piece to this puzzle, you know, here since he started playing. And his worth was very, very evident tonight.
No doubt about it, Coach. Well, Coach, you finished 22-5 on the season. Big win for regional implications, and now you go ahead and you put your focus to the GLIAC tournament, and we have no idea who you're going to play. We know you're not going to play Hillsdale. We know you're not going to play Ashland. They won today. I would say you're probably going to play either Grand Valley State or Lake Superior State. I'm not really 100% sure on that either, but regardless of who it is, it should be a great opportunity in Croy for our fans to see us one more time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I hope Croy's rocking on Tuesday. These guys deserve it. You know, they brought Findlay basketball. I mean, we've been alive, but there's something about this group. There's just something about this group of guys that they're fun to coach, and they represent this school and this program first class all the way. But and they're pretty darn talented.
Yeah, they are. Well, Coach, congratulations. We'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Charlie Ernst, and what a day here for the Oilers. The Oilers win it in overtime, 88